Jaden, what's it kind of been like this week, kind of shuffling the emotions from the big win and turning your attention to Tennessee State?
It's been like, a real good feeling knowing that we beat Auburn, and that's somebody that I wanted to beat since I've been here. So it's been a real great feeling, and now we just on to the next team.
How do you not overlook Tennessee? What's the kind of focus going into this week, making sure that you guys don't look past Tennessee State onto Ole Miss?
Really, what I think in my head is that, we just got to get all the stats that we need and, play it like it's in the other game.
Jaden, what was the locker room like at halftime against Auburn? Y'all had given up 4 straight touchdowns and then missed the field goal before the half, but what were those conversations like with Coach Arnett or Coach Phelps at halftime to turn things around in the second half? And what was the difference, you think?
I feel like everybody was just picking each other up and motivating everybody that the game is not over and we still had a lot more game to play, and that everybody was talking to their coaches and we was making sure that nobody had their head down and staying positive the whole time.
Were there any adjustments you guys made in the second half, or what clicked for the defensive side of the ball in the second half?
I just feel like we all just stuck together more than we usually do and got the job done.
What was Will Rogers like? I know he kind of said that he came over with a bunch of defensive guys saying hey, give me the ball back, give me the ball back. Can you kind of describe what his demeanor was like to you guys on the sideline?
To me, I feel like he was motivating us to do our job, because he knows that we can do a lot better than what we were doing at the first beginning, and he was letting us know that he got our back and that we should have his back.
How does it feel knowing you guys have clinched bowl eligibility with 2 games left in the season?
It's a great feeling, because it's always good to go somewhere and have fun and also still playing in an extra game. And I always like to go play in the bowl game, because the first time I didn't, because it's always fun to go somewhere new and do things like that.
The league said it would be nice for the young team to get more practices. Is that part of it too?
Yeah, that's a good part of it too, because they'll be getting ready for the next year and stuff like that.
What was your vantage point from the field goal that Cam blocked?
Really, it was just us getting in our gap and rushing through the person that's ahead of us and trying to make a big play come apart.
Cam Young is a guy that obviously you know pretty well. What's he like away from the field? I know he comes and talks to us. He's personable and all, but what's he like in the weight room and just kind of being away from football for a little bit?
Being away from football, Cam is he's a funny guy, and he stays locked in whenever we doing weights or anything like that. And I have classes with him as well, and he helped me with stuff, I help him with stuff. So he's really a cool guy to be around.
How do you think the rest of the D-line has stepped up without Jordan Davis this fall?
I think we all stepped up a good bit, because it's really the next man up mentality. So everybody just been making sure they do their job.
You guys have been so good against the run, and even against Auburn, you guys were great against the run. Even later in the ball game, where they're trying to put a game away and run the football. Why were you guys so successful in stopping Tank Bigsby and those guys?
I feel like we were so successful because I just feel like we all got our head in the game, and we came out in the first half. I don't want to say we was not ready or anything, but we came out in the second half and really put it there.
What'd you think of Mike Leach's dance moves in the locker room after?
He had some real cool dance moves. I wouldn't do them, but he had some real cool dance moves.
You hope he pulls them out again?
Yeah, he can pull them out again. Maybe do a little bit more.
Game last weekend against Auburn, and it seemed like they came out and kind of set the tone, but you guys answered that. So, kind of describe what it was like in the trenches.
I mean, it was real physical. We had to play ball. Can't be scared. Everybody had to do their job and get things done.
You ever felt like that? You ever felt like that on offense, where you knew that they weren't stopping y'all no matter what they did?
Oh yeah, all we gotta do is do our thing. Everything else gonna come about.
I don't want you to talk about the call or anything, but you had a pretty good pancake there and got a kind of an emotional reaction of an Auburn player there. I mean, is that just typical SEC football, or?
Yeah, it's the trenches, man. They get down and dirty, and things happen.
What did you feel? How did you feel like you protected Will on Saturday?
I feel like we protected him pretty well.
What went into that? What was different from maybe past games early in the season?
I mean, everybody still doing what they do. Keep their man. Everybody stay on.
In what areas has this offensive line needed improved over the season?
Well, pass blocking improved a lot, a whole lot.
What goes into that? How do you guys do that?
Like consistency, like working on sets every day, sets on air, all those.
What have you seen from Cole Smith besides you since he entered the starting lineup?
Oh, Cole doing pretty good. You know, he working with the squad. Everybody's just working.
When you look at this team this year, and you guys are only a couple of missed field goals away from being perfect on the road in the SEC. What's different on the road with you guys? I mean, same routine, or what locks y'all in when you're on the road?
I mean, everybody's just got to do their same routine, being comfortable.
Is it tough to keep that consistency when there are changes like Cole coming in on the starting line?
I mean, no, everybody's just got to keep doing what they do.
What were the conversations like in the locker room after y'all went in down 28-10, and what did you feel like was the difference in the second half?
I mean, everybody came out. We can't be discouraged at the beginning. Everybody just got to do what they got to do.
So what was it like in the huddle when it seemed like everything you guys dialed up in the second half was working? Yeah, obviously it's pretty fun for the offense, but what were the conversations like with you and Will and other guys on offense when you're on fire like that?
Put it on them. Keep going.
Did you sense a little give up in Auburn a little bit? 'Cause it seemed like they got really gassed in the second half.
Yeah, it's just doing like air raid, but he's going just going fast, gonna kill anybody.
Will's a younger guy. I mean, he's just a second-year player, but he's, the leader of that offense right now. What do you see from him as far as his leadership qualities?
I mean, he's a young leader, but everybody listen. Like, he doing all the little things right. Like, he being a top guy.
What have you seen from Tennessee State? What stands out about them?
They're a pretty good team. You know, they work hard. Pretty.
What grade would you give Mike Leach's dance after the game?
So I give him an A+.
Come on now, really?
Yeah, I give him an A+. He tried, you know. A for effort.
You're going up against an NFL guy, Eddie George, a guy that's obviously played and seen a lot of football. I mean, does that change the approach a little bit this week for you guys? I mean,
not at all. Take one game at a time. Like, play everybody how you play everybody.
Obviously, Charles Cross has been really good this year, getting some NFL attention. What is he kind of like away from the field?
I mean, Charles is Charles. Like, he's different. He's a good guy. Like, Charles is Charles.
How much can having a dominant player on one side of the line help the rest of you guys?
I mean, it's keep us motivated. We watch him try to follow his footsteps.
You talked about how much you had to adapt last year after your reps got cut. I mean, you came here to start your career for basically a run-first offense, and here you are at the end of your career with an air raid offense. What helped you adapt to that and go with the flow?
I mean, just adjusting, man. Just overcoming it. Like, I can do anything. Just do it.
it's been a little while since you guys have heard the cowbells after a couple tough SEC road games. How big is it to get back home and be in front of your own fans this weekend?
Oh, it feel good. We at home, bring fans out, get to have fun, see the stadium packed out.
What's it been like for you this season in practices going against a guy like Jaden? Where have you seen him improve?
Oh, he improve all over the board. Like, he's pretty good. He's a good player.
How big are the cowbells for you guys?
How big are the
Cowbells. I mean, how important is it?
Oh, they're very important because it's loud. It bring the intensity to the game.
Martin, obviously a very emotional win for you guys. A lot of focus on the offense, but defense got a lot of stops there in the second half. What changed for you guys?
We just, I feel like we did what we had to. We came out a little sloppy. We went in the second half, and we made adjustments, and most likely we just did some soul searching. Majority we just did a lot of soul searching. We just came out, and just gave it our all,
What were some of those adjustments?
Really, it was a lot of soul searching. We really did the same, same play calls, but it was just better execution. Everybody was flying to the ball and everybody was playing how we should have been playing, like the whole game.
When you talk about soul searching, like how do you make that adjustment in a 15-minute period between flipping the switch that drastically in 15 minutes of halftime?
It's really, it really came down to the players. We came together and, we just told each other, like, that's not the standard. We got to play at the standard, and give ourselves a chance. I feel like the offense they played, they played pretty good in the first half, and I feel like the defense we didn't play good at all, So we just, we had to give ourselves a chance, come out and play the ball we used to, and we just sunk back to the Tuesday practice.
Will said that you were one of the guys that he went up to, on the defensive side of the ball and was just saying, give me the ball back. I mean, what's it like having the quarterback on the other side of the ball coming up to you and trying to motivate you guys?
He believed in us, we believe in him, everything he's been showing us, the whole season. So, we just, when it's time to do your job, you just got to do it, because that's what we're here for. Just doing our job, trusting trusting everybody, trusting the other 10 to do their job. And then that's when we do our job. That's when we play our best.
You've been going up against him in practice for a couple of years now. I mean, where have you seen Will kind of make the biggest strides?
Just being poised, just understanding the game, understanding his reads, and, doing what he got to do. If he might take a shot or it might be the check down, just taking whatever defense gives him. I feel like that's what he do.
How much does a defense feed off offense when they're rolling like that?
We always feed off them. We try to bring the energy too. We try to make our plays, but when the offense rolling and we're not doing so well, we got to step it up. We know we got to step it up because that's the standard.
What's it like having Colin Duncan as a teammate and a friend?
Colin, he a stand-up guy. I like playing with him. I love playing with him. He's the same class as me, so we was in a dorm, eating peanut butter and jelly together. So it's always good just grinding with each other.
How long has that been a tradition, the peanut butter and jelly?
We were freshmen, so we was using our swipe. We might run out of our swipe, so now we just gotta survive. We might not want what was here, so we might go eat peanut butter and jelly or some noodles or something. Just vibe with each other, watch film. So yeah.
How much fun is it to play defense when you know the offense is going to score every time you give them the football back?
That's lovely, That's what you want. The offense drive down the score. It may take 4 or 7, but as long as we getting the points put up and we keep making stops, then the whole objective is to win. So if we score every time we get it, then we got a good chance of winning as long as defense is doing our job.
I asked Sharp to grade Mike Leach's dance in the locker room. He said he gave him an A+. Would you agree with that?
I give him an A for effort, But we got to work on the technique a little bit. So I give him an A, not an A+ though. But I give him an A.
Was there a point in the ball game where you kind of got a sense that Auburn was starting to wear down a little bit offensively, starting to get a little tired?
Not really. I just feel like we stepped it up and we was playing our game. I feel like we play our game. We can play with anybody in the country. So we just came out in the second half. We just did what we do. I feel like they was trying. I feel like they was doing their best to score, but defense was just clicking on all cylinders.
Jaden Crumedy was saying how cool it was, I guess, just to get a win at Auburn. I mean, what's it like for you guys? You guys won at A&M this year, at Auburn, to kind of win in these tough SEC environment. What's that mean for you?
It just shows what we do when we play our best. Not even saying we playing our best, because I feel like a lot of games that we won, we should be won by, a much larger win. But it's just fun, just winning. Period. Like if we here or away, it feel the same really.
What's it like getting back home now for the final 2 games?
It's lovely, the cowbells, just being in front of our fans. I love being in front of our fans. I love putting on that maroon and white, just going to work. So it's gonna be fun these last 2 games, especially the Egg Bowl. So hosting the Egg Bowl, ready.
I know there's a fraternity in college football. I mean, all you guys go through some incredible hours, and then to see one of your peers, go down like Bo Nix did. I mean, what does that do to you? To give you a new appreciation for the privilege of playing college football, or how would you kind of describe it?
Can you say that one more time?
When you see a guy go down like that, for the season, somebody that you feel maybe some kinship to, because all college footballers go through these difficult drills and stuff. When you see a guy's season cut short, what does that do for you guys?
What happened?
Bo Nix out for the year.
Sorry to hear that. I ain't even know, so that's why I'm like, huh? So, yeah, but when somebody's season cut short, it's always hard as an athlete, but that's what we go through. You put in all this work, you hope you don't get hurt, but like every play is a chance you get hurt. So I just hope he get healthy soon and be back out there where he should, playing with his team.